Thank you very much, Mindy. I'm certainly pleased to join all of you today from my home in North Vancouver on Canada's beautiful West Coast. Ça me fait plaisir de me joindre à vous de chez moi à Vancouver Nord sur la magnifique côte ouest canadienne. I would like to start by thanking Sirius for hosting this webinar. It is a great pleasure to be here alongside Minister Kwarteng. This is 2 days in a row, Minister Kwarteng. Guy Cormier from Desjardins, and our prestigious panel members. These are most certainly extraordinary times. The COVID pandemic has certainly changed the world. It has created tragedy and certainly extraordinary challenges for countries in all parts of the world. COVID-19 has underlined the importance of being better prepared for potential crises on the horizon. It has also very clearly demonstrated that we can collectively come together to effectively combat great challenges. We all know that another crisis looms on the horizon. It is a crisis that will come on us far more slowly. It is also very clearly something that is going to have more significant impacts than COVID-19 if in fact we do not do something to change the course we are on presently. That is climate change, and climate change presents an existential threat to human health and to our economic well-being. It certainly is a threat that the Government of Canada takes very, very seriously. In 2016, our government developed an action plan to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to turn our economy towards clean growth. This action plan contained over 50 different initiatives, all of which we are now in the process of implementing. We committed now in the most recent Canadian federal election, which was only less than a year ago, to exceeding our initial 2030 Paris Agreement targets, and we have joined many other countries in committing to achieving net zero by 2050. Certainly a very key part of Canada's climate plan is the phase out of traditional coal-fired power. We know that the phase out of emissions from coal-fired power is essential if we are to meet our emissions targets and if the world is to meet and rapidly reduce emissions. Emissions from coal-fired power plants represent a fifth of global greenhouse gas emissions. Accelerating a global transition from coal-fired power is clearly one of the single most important things we humans can do if we are to avoid catastrophic climate change. This recognition is why Canada and the United Kingdom came together to launch the Powering Past Coal Alliance a little over 2 years ago. It is why Minister Kwarteng and I are here today, which is to welcome 6 new members to the ranks of the PPCA. Today's additions mean the alliance is now over 100 members strong, and it is growing. This is an important milestone because it shows the growing reach and maturity of this alliance. It signals a growing consensus that phasing out coal-fired power is not only necessary, it is realistic and it is achievable. The fact that these new members are drawn from the financial sector is very significant. Increasingly, the financial sector is recognizing the need to account for climate risk and to invest in industries and companies that have strong, sustainable business models. If we are to meet the climate goals globally, to keep the rise in global average temperature to less than 2 degrees Celsius, we will need to see much greater investment in low carbon and climate resilient development. Je suis ravi d'être accompagné aujourd'hui par Guy Cormier, PDG du Groupe Desjardins. I'm particularly pleased to be joined today by Guy Cormier, the CEO of Desjardins Group. It is a leading financial institution in Canada. It's the 6th largest cooperative institution in the world with over $300 billion in assets. It is the first North American financial institution to join the alliance. Desjardins has made a commitment to phase out investments in coal on timelines that are required to meet Paris Agreement climate goals. Je félicite le groupe Desjardins qui devient la première institution financière nord-américaine à se joindre à l'Alliance. It is a great example of leadership that we hope will cascade to many other financial institutions in North America and around the world. Pathways to phase out coal-fired power will be different in different countries. The strength of our alliance is its broad and diverse partnerships that can help play a role in guiding such transitions. This is an example of what it will take for us to be successful, effective partnerships between government, finance, industry, and civil society. And that is the value of the Powering Past Coal Alliance. It brings essential actors together to work towards a just transition away from coal. So I would say let today not simply be a celebration of the progress that we see ourselves making in the alliance, but also a call for countries and financial institutions from around the world to join us in the work that we need to do to ensure that we power past coal.